The new moon today on April 15th is in the sign of Aries. So Aries is a super passionate, fiery fire sign. It's ruled by Mars, and it brings to the surface our most heartfelt passions, and it gives us the courage to go after our dreams and fight for our dreams. Aries is also known for being quite stubborn. So if there are some things you've been needing to let go of or wanting to let go of and you've been having a hard time, Aries, the new moon in Aries is a good time to kind of set some intentions around that. And just be honest with yourself about what it is you want to manifest in this next lunar cycle. And Mercury's finally going out of retrograde, which is good news for everyone. So if there has been any miscommunication in your relationships, now is a good time to kind of patch those up. So the first card I'm going to pull is just a general assessment of where you are in your life right now, followed by what is blocking you from growing, what do you need to leave behind, what intentions should you be setting for growing in the next lunar cycle, what knowledge do you need to gain in order to cultivate your intentions, and then finally, what positive energy will emerge from this phase. First card. So where are you at in your life right now? We have the Page of Cups. Second card, what is blocking you from growing? What do you need to leave behind? Five of Crystals. What intentions should you be setting in order for yourself to grow? Oppression. What knowledge do you need to gain in order to cultivate your intentions? You have the Nine of Wands. And what positive energy will emerge during this phase? The Magician. So, first of all, we have the Page of Cups. So, this is where you are in your life right now. I think this is a really relevant and also beautiful card to start with, because the Page of Cups is not quite like the Ace of Cups, but does signify like a new emotional beginning, a very gentle, peaceful, kind of receptive, open to receive love. It's kind of can be immature, but just kind of looks at love from a naive point of view. So this could just be where you are right now, kind of resetting your emotions in regards to your relationships and being a little bit more open to receive. And the second card we had, what is blocking you from growing and what do you need to leave behind? So right away, this card speaks to letting go of the idea that you're not enough or that you don't have enough. The idea that you are, basically viewing life from a sense of lack as opposed to a sense of abundance. So I really challenge you during this new moon, if this is resonating with you, this sense of lack, the sense of not being enough, it is really holding you back from growing and manifesting what you really want. It's something that you really need to leave behind, or you're not going to be able to achieve your goals or whatever it is you want to manifest. So what intentions do you need to set in order to grow? We got the oppression card. I'm just going to read from the book what this speaks to. This is a new major arcana for me in this deck. So, what is holding you back at this time? It could be that you already know what it is, but you have not been able to say it out loud. It is time to acknowledge a state of entrapment that is happening in your life. This could be a negative relationship with someone, a fearful mindset, or some kind of addiction. Oppression may also indicate a lack of moderation or self-control. Know that you are fully capable of breaking free from these habits in order to look back on this time with a sense of victory and relief. Something big needs to change. This card may also indicate that you have become too focused on material things in life and they are distracting you from recognizing your spiritual self. How can I break free from the bonds that have been holding me back? Am I ready to let go? So I think this card goes along really well with the Five of Crystals. The Five of Crystals, or the Five of Pentacles, does focus a lot on material lack. So if you have been focused so much on your life, perhaps, you feel like you're not making enough money, or you're not getting paid, or you feel like you should be getting paid, or you've been having a lot of obstacles regarding creating wealth and abundance in your life. These cards are saying that perhaps the focus and the fact that you've been focusing on that so much is what has actually been holding you back from manifesting it. It sounds like a little bit of a catch-22, but sometimes we can be so focused on something that it starts to deplete our sense of self-worth, and we start to kind of internalize, based on our perception of failure and whatnot, based on our sense of like not having enough money or not making enough money, we start to internalize that into our identity. And these cards are saying that you will never achieve abundance if you keep that mindset. So now is the perfect time to set intentions to really let that go. What knowledge do you need to gain in order to cultivate your intentions? We have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands can be about being nervous, can be a little bit about fear, putting up some walls because we're feeling a little bit defensive. And I think it's just, I think this new moon is a really good time to, let go of that fear, kind of bring down your walls a little bit. Don't just assume that whatever has happened in the past is going to be what is going to happen for you in the future. If you bring along all of that negative baggage with you from the past, the cycle will keep repeating. So the knowledge you need to cultivate in order to realize your intentions is to really let go of that fear. Because the positive energy that you have coming in during this phase is the Magician. And the Magician is the master of his own destiny. The Magician is the master of communication. He is the master of manifestation. So if you're able to let go of that doubt, that fear, the feeling of oppression, the negative thought cycles, and become more like the Page of Cups, and open yourself emotionally to receiving abundance in your life, that is what ultimately is going to bring it to fruition. So I'm just going to pull a healing with the angels card for this new moon. What energy is surrounding new moon in Aries right now? Answered prayer. So perhaps, you have been praying for your circumstances to change, whether it's material or related to your love life. And it's saying that this will come through if you are able to release the negative baggage from the past, release the sense of not being enough, the feeling of oppression. Your prayers will be answered if you're able to focus on the future. And Aries should be giving us enough energy to manifest and make it happen, because Aries is a fire sign. It's very focused on action. Just going to pull a shamanic healing oracle card as well for the energy of this full moon, new moon, energy of this new moon in Aries. What do we need to know about the energy, this new moon in Aries? Growth. This situation or time is one of rapid growth. The seeds have been planted and have germinated and taken root. Go with the flow of this growing time. You may find people and situations falling away from your life as they do not serve who and what you are becoming. It may be that your vibration no longer resonates with theirs. That's okay. Wish them well. Be grateful for what they brought you and you to them, and send them on their way. Room has now been made for new experiences, people, and situations to help you on your next level. If you're not feeling this shift right now, be prepared, because it will come soon. So I think, this card really resonates with the new moon energy. It's, kind of a flushing of the system, right? You're starting the new cycle. It's a new moon, a new lunar cycle. If there are connections with people that you've felt oppressed by or have been making you feel not good enough, now is the time to really wish them well and send them on their way, and focus on how you can create more room in your life for nourishing connections with people who are going to lift you up and not make you feel oppressed or like you're not enough. Because I think once you're able to get to that point, you're going to be able to manifest whatever you want to be manifesting really quickly. Because the Magician is all about manifestation. So don't be afraid to let that go. And don't be afraid of going through a growth cycle. We all go through them. So if you want to figure out some ways to do some rituals, I'll post a link below.